Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Kate's Creative Space. I'm Kate, and in today's video, we're going to be doing my July month in review. So let's get started. So a month in review video, if you're not familiar, is just me going over everything that I diamond painted in the month of July. I'll show you my finishes, my WIPS, any projects that I have going into August that I want to work on, any ideas that I have and things that I want to do for the rest of the year. We'll just kind of do an overview of everything that I got done this month and my plans for the future. So the first thing that I want to show you is my July mini dazzle. I am working through this set of months of the year mini dazzles, and I just do one a month for the coordinating month that I'm in. This was July's, and I'm really enjoying having just one mini dazzle to do every month. That kind of sets the theme. Like the summer ones have been really fun to do, and then at the beginning of the year they were more wintry, and I like having the coordinating themes and seasons to kind of look forward to. So I'll be doing the August one here pretty soon, and I'm really enjoying working through these ones. I don't consider this mini dazzle alone as a finish for the month, but in December when I finished the 12th mini dazzle, I'll consider the whole thing altogether as one finish for the year. So here is that. Get a nice good look at it. I love that these mini dazzles are all fairy dust, and I think that this teal color right here is probably my favorite color I've ever used to diamond paint with. That teal blue, it is so beautiful. Okay, so there's that. My other finish for the month, my biggest project that I worked on this month is Visit Hawaii, and this is from Oraloa by an artist named Maria Chetkareva. I worked on this one throughout the whole month and managed to get it finished right before the month ended on July 30th. So I was really excited to have one full July finish. I finished a diamond painting every month this year, but this was the first time that I diamond painted two diamond paintings and alternated between the two, so I wasn't sure if I was going to have a finish this month, and I was really excited to be able to get this one done. This is a 42.3 inch or 42.3 by 60 centimeter kit, which is 16.6 inches by 23.6 inches, and it is a round kit. This is my first round kit that I've ever done from Oraloa. It had 45 colors. 4 of those colors were ABs, and 2 of them were the equivalent of, I'm not sure what Oraloa calls their fairy dust. They were labeled ND on the website. They're just called special drills, but they're the equivalent of a fairy dust type drill. I loved the special drills in this kit. I thought they came together really pretty and they fit in the kit really pretty. This one I started on July 5th, and I started it because the other whip that I'm working on is squares and tons of color blocking. And when I started the kit, I realized I was going to burn out on it. So I thought it would be fun to do a summery round kit that I knew would go fairly quickly to help break up the color blocking in the other kit. So I'm really glad that I ended up working on it that way. What I would do is I would do a row of this one, and then I would go and do a row of the other one that I was working on, and then I would alternate. And when I got to right here, that's when I was like, no, I'm just going to finish this whole thing, see if I can get it done in July. And I was like eager to have a finished project. So that's what I just worked on the middle of the canvas and finished it up. I started it, like I said, on July 5th and finished it on July 30th. So it would have been shorter, obviously, if I had just been working on this one alone, but I still think I made really good time on it. I overall really enjoyed this kit. I had a couple of things that concerned me about the kit. Not concerned, but a couple of things that that came up when I was working on this kit. The first one being I ran out of a color. I ran out of 939. I call it the fan blade symbol. See if I can get it to focus. It is a really dark navy blue. Luckily, I had a whole bottle of spare drills in that 939, and so did my mom. So I was able to finish the kit without having to contact the company. I'm sure if I had contacted them, it wouldn't have been a problem to get spare drills, but I just didn't want to have to, and that's kind of why I save my drills, so that if things like that come up, I won't have to contact the company. I was really lucky though, because my spare drills were Diamond Art Club spares, and I was worried that they wouldn't fit in there perfectly or look perfect, the same dye lot, but they matched almost perfectly and they fit in the canvas really good. And so it wasn't a big deal to have those put into the kit. I was significantly short on that color to the point where I wondered if I maybe lost the back of drills or something, but I never found them. So I'm assuming I just didn't get enough of them. And I kitted up here at the table, so I feel like I would have found them if I had set them somewhere by now. So that wasn't that big of a deal. The one thing about this kit though, I was a little bit not in love with the guide circles on this kit. I'm going to pop up a picture right here so you can see what I'm talking about. But basically, when you do a round kit, the background of the color that you are placing is surrounding the drill that you place down. But on Oraloa's kits, they have a white, what you call guide circle, where you're supposed to place the drill. The problem is, sorry, my daughter has a little cough. It doesn't sound the best to hear on the camera. The problem is when you place that drill down, if you don't place it perfectly, you will see parts of that white. And that drove me a little bit crazy. I'm not a big fan of having the guide circles because it does make you have to place really, really precise. And I'm a single placer, so I feel like I already place about as precise as you can get, but I still had a lot of areas where you can, I'm trying to find a good example, where you can see the white popping through. Of course, now I can't find an example of what I'm talking about. Let me look down and see. Like, you can see some of the white. This is after me fidgeting with them and fixing them a ton to get them perfectly. But then I would notice like the next day some of them would shift. And I just didn't like having to be that finicky with my drills. Like where you see those pops of white underneath the green drills there. And you'd have to kind of go and try to fix them. And I don't want it to be that stressful. Like right here, you can see the white underneath the drills. And when you're that close up, you're like, okay, it's not that big a deal. And when you're further away, maybe it's not that big a deal. But I just don't love seeing the white underneath. And as I would work on it, I would constantly be trying to put them back or fidget them right into perfect place. So I'm not a huge fan of those guide circles. I have two, I think, other round kits from Oraloa, but I am primarily excited that primarily most of my stash is square from them, because that guide circle, it bothered me. It wasn't a deal breaker, but it wasn't my favorite thing to work on this kit. But overall, I still really enjoyed it. I loved the colors. I loved the special drills. You can see the special drills up in here. There's yellows and greens in here. Zoom in a little bit and show it off a little. The pops of yellow and green in here I thought were really pretty. And then the red fairy dust is in her bathing suit here. I'm not going to show you every special drill, but just kind of an overview. More ABs. This was my favorite AB. Let me see if I can pull that color. 318. It's like a light blue. Whoa, still zoomed in. Hang on. There we go. I really enjoyed this one here. So yeah, I really enjoyed the kit overall. It wasn't too color blocky. It wasn't too much confetti. I just felt like it was the perfect happy medium. I liked it a lot, and overall my experience with this one was a positive one. So I'm going to pop up a picture right here of the whole thing in frame for you so you can see all of it in one shot. And yeah, I really overall, I like Oraloa's kits. They're good quality. I'm not 100% sure if they are completely hand rendered. I'm not sure. They might be a little bit computer rendered, but I know, if I had to guess, I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say that they're slightly hand rendered. I would say that's, someone has to go in and at least touch them up, because every once in a while I would find like one random drill where I'm like, why is that one color there? Like there's one random tannish different color than all the other ones over there, and it felt a little bit random. But overall, the rendering on this I felt like was really well done, and I think it worked all together. So that is Visit Hawaii. I'm gonna put this one away and pull out my next WIP. I forgot to mention the one other thing I wanted to say about Visit Hawaii is I am going to have a post review of that kit up later in the week, early next week probably. So be on the lookout of that one for that video if you want to see me get really in depth with my thoughts about it and show you all the special drills and talk about it a little bit more. I should have that up hopefully soon. So, okay, my next WIP is True Pals, and I started this one the very first day of June. Actually, I think I started it May 31st. May 31st, I think is when I started it. So I think I had one square done when I did my mid-year review video. Just one tiny square done. But I have since made quite a bit of progress on this one. This is the one I was talking about. The color blocking got a little bit much, so I did start the round kit to kind of break it up a little bit. All of this is called ecru, and I think I have 10 bags of this in this kit. So I started at the top and worked my way this way to try to get all of the biggest chunks of color blocking done. And then I figured out a couple things about this kit. Okay, so this kit only has 18 colors. Start by doing some stats here. It has 18 colors. It's 22 inches by 28 inches. So it's a really great size point. But when I was doing it, I noticed, I think for them to get like a vintage feel out of it, they really limited the amount of colors that they put into this kit. And I think Goofy's shirt is perfect. It's an orange fairy dust color. But I noticed that Minnie's bow, her dress, Mickey's pants, and Pluto's collar were all charted in that orange fairy dust. And while I think that the kit overall is really fun and great, it looks great how it is, I didn't love all of that orange fairy dust being in all of those different spots. Most significantly in Mickey's pants. I feel like Mickey wears red, and that's that iconic look that he has, and I wanted his pants to be red. And then the more I kind of deep dove into it, I was like, well, Minnie doesn't really wear orange unless it's Halloween, so I wanted her bow to be pink. And then, you know, if you look up pictures of Pluto, his collar is usually green. So I did decide to change up a few of the colors on this kit, mostly just for fun. I'm planning on hanging this one in my son's room, so I wanted it to just be fun and cutesy, and I thought it was a good one to kind of experiment on changing the colors myself. This is the first time I've ever changed anything that was charted in a kit, so it's a little out of my comfort zone. And when I first put the pink in Minnie's bow, I hated it but I hadn't filled in any of the colors around it, so I sat on it for a little bit. I filled out the rest of the row, and it has definitely grown on me since adding the rest of the row in. So I do like her bow. I think I am gonna leave it. And then I stopped after I did her bow. I stopped going this way, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna pause. I like to save like my favorite row or my favorite part of the canvas for last. So I knew I was always gonna do this row last since it has all their cute faces in it. So then I decided, okay, I'm just gonna go this way and work my way back up so that I can take a break from facing any of the parts of the canvas that I wanted to change. So I went down here and worked my way up this way. And I am currently working in this row right here. And then, yeah, the next row, I'll have to start making decisions again. I'm definitely going to change his pants to red. I already have the color picked out. I'm probably gonna bring this color down for the dress here, and it's still up in the air if I want to change Pluto's collar to green or not. I think I'm going to let my son decide that one, but he's 3, so who knows what he's gonna say. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this kit. I normally pick higher confetti kits and don't pick kits that have such big amounts of color blocking, although I do like color blocking squares more than I like color blocking rounds, so it hasn't been completely terrible. I have been practicing multi-placing a little bit on this kit, especially in these green lines here, or just like these stripes of gray. I single place, I do the checkerboard method. I checkerboard like the ecru, and then I will go in and multi-place this just because it gives me, like, there's really not much you can mess up when you're just multi-placing that straight line right there. So it has given me a chance to kind of practice my multi-placing, and I've enjoyed that a lot. The kit is about to get like a lot more fun when I really get into the big chunk of the main sensational 6 here. So overall, my month working on this kit it's been pretty enjoyable, although the color blocking is burning me out a little bit. So if I hadn't had another kit to alternate with, I would have been burnt out on it for sure. So I am excited to take this one into the month of August. I'm hopeful that I will get it finished in the month of August. And yeah, just really enjoying, mostly just that it's a special project for my son. The one thing I will say about this is I'm pretty sure the brown that is charted in this kit, it's E898. That's charted as a special drill, and I have always thought it is glow in the dark, but I have not seen this canvas glow in the dark yet. Even when I take it in my bathroom and close the door, it's not glowing. So I don't know if I have to activate the drills somehow, or if I need to do something special to make them glow in the dark, or if I've been thinking that they're glow in the dark drills this whole time and they're not. I need to check into that and figure out why I'm not seeing the glow in the dark effect, because that was one of the things I was most excited about, that the whole outline of like Mickey's ears would glow in the dark and his eyes. So when you went in the dark, you would be able to see a whole Mickey Mouse face. So I need to check into that and see why it's not glowing in the dark. That will be something that I do pretty soon here. I need to research more. This is my first time using glow in the dark drills. So yeah, overall, this one's been fun. It's not like my top favorite kit, but the joy in this one comes from doing it for a special little guy in my life that is so Mickey Mouse obsessed. And my daughter loves Mickey and Minnie too, so they love just seeing me work on it and seeing the characters on it. They point to it, they love it. So I have definitely enjoyed this one for sure. Okay, I got one more whip to show you. Just 1 second, I'll pull it up. Okay, this kit here is called Basking in the Glory. It is I would consider it a snack size kit. It's 13 by 20 inches or 32.8 by 50.7 centimeters. I got this one on Amazon, and unfortunately when I went to link it the last time I talked about it, it said currently unavailable. So I'm not sure if this one will ever be moved over to the website or if it's just an archived kit now. If I ever do find a link for it, I will make sure I have it down in my bio. But this kit I think is going to be a whip for a long time, because I'm working on this one with my daughter and I only work on it when I am with her. So we made a little bit of progress this month, but not a ton. We finished this section here and then did this section here, but she doesn't have the strongest attention span when it comes to diamond painting. She goes through spurts where she'll want to do it all the time and then won't want to do it very much. And it's been summer. We've been just doing a lot of other activities where diamond painting for her has fallen lower on her list of things to do. So I'm hoping we can pick up some momentum with it, but if not, it's just more the experience of working on this one with her that I'm enjoying. And if it takes us a year to get it done, it takes us a year to get it done. So I did think I would show it to you guys today, show you the progress that I've made on it, but there's not too much to report with this kit. Other than the fact that I love the colors on it. I think it's really fun and I have enjoyed it. This is another round kit. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it for sure. I think it's really pretty and I have loved the chances that I do get to work on it. She doesn't want me to work on it without her, and I'm fine with that. I think it's a fun project for us to do together. Once we get it finished, it will be an extra special one. So here is a look at Basking in the Glory. And yeah, I'm hoping we can make some more progress on this soon, but I'm just letting her tell me when she wants to work on it. And I have plenty of things to keep me busy if it's not something she wants to do right away. And my last kit that I want to show you technically isn't a whip because I have not placed a single drill on it yet, so I'm not going to get really into any of the specifics about this one. It's just the project that I have kitted up, getting ready to start next for August. So I am doing this kit right here called Hey Guys by Bailey J. I'm going to be working on this coordinating with True Pals. So I will finish that row on True Pals and then I will come over here to Hey Guys. It's a little bit early to start a fall kit, but I just have so many of them and I'm just kind of itching to get through a few of them this year. So in order to do that, I figured I have to start early, and I just have been really wanting to do this one. So I'm giving myself permission to hopefully start fall just a little bit early. I'll be starting this one in the next week or two, and I'm so excited. Unfortunately, this one is an archived kit as well. So if you wanted to pick this one up, you'd have to look in a D-stash group to get your hands on it. But I wanted to work on some of my older kits and then kind of go back to some of my newer ones. So my plan is to work through this one had like the older toolkit. It doesn't have the perforated cover, and I don't want these ones to lose their appeal to me because they don't have the new improvements and enhancements done to them. There's no fairy dust drills. There's, you know, lots of the little things that have made the Diamond Art Club has made improvements in aren't in this kit. So I wanted to work on those older kits so they don't lose all their appeal to me. I love this artwork. I love this kit, and I think it's going to be great. So I'm working on some of those older kits, and unfortunately a few of them are archived. So yeah, I will continue to show you guys the progress on this one. If you like seeing my progress with diamond painting, I do release weekly vlogs every weekend of kind of a week in my life of diamond painting. I've had a lot of fun the last few weeks doing those, where I kind of show you each day what progress I'm making and just some of the more personal things about life, going through the motions of life too. I like to have fun on those vlogs, so if you're ever interested, I'll link one of those below as well, or you can check out my channel. I've only been on YouTube for about 6 weeks now, but I've uploaded I think 16 videos, and I've had a blast doing each and every one of those videos. So thank you guys so much for watching them and commenting on them and liking them and subscribing to my channel. It has been a blast of a 6 weeks, and I hope to keep it going. I've had just the best time. So let me know down in the comments below, what WIP did you guys finish, or what big project did you work on in the month of July? What was the thing you were most proud of doing, whether it's diamond painting or not diamond painting? I'd love to hear anything you guys want to talk about for the month of July, or a goal you have for the month of August. My goals are going to be to start on Hey Guys and hopefully finish True Pals. So I will keep you guys all updated on how I get that done. If you liked this video and want to give it a thumbs up, that would make my day. If you want to subscribe and be part of my little corner of the internet, I would love to have you here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!